Hello everybody, this is Teensy Vintage and I'm Teresa, and today is a little bit of a different kind of video. I have made a journal. I don't think it counts as a junk journal because I didn't really use any junk in this one, but that's okay. I used a lot of really pretty papers and some embroidery floss to bind the pages together, and I've got some black velvet ribbon that I'm going to tie around it at the end. But I just wanted to do a flip through. This is for my friend Mary. It's her birthday, and happy birthday, Mary. Mary and I have been friends for, gosh, a little over 20 years at this point, which is wonderful, but also makes me feel old. Okay, so here we go. This is a vampire themed, creepy journal. And I found a lot of cool printables on places like eBay and Etsy, and I found images of pop culture vampires like Nosferatu down here online, and you know, just a few vampires sprinkled here and there. Lots of pockets, cool things like tickets. I'm guessing this image, and I hope you can see it without too much glare. Let me see here. Yeah, oop, there we go. It's got a nice spider web with a spider in the middle. That was really cool. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper with some skulls on it that I just made into a little journal page. You know, you could journal on the back of all of these things, and we'll just tuck that back in. Made all these pockets either out of scrapbook paper that I had or printables. So forgive me if I don't remember which is which. I'm gonna do my best. But we've got some tags. This one was pretty cool. It's got a Victorian rose. I'm pretty sure that's a Tim Holtz die cut ad for some undertakers, because you know, when there's vampires around, well, just some more paper. In fact, I think these two are made out of the same sheet of paper, just different parts. You can journal on both of those. I'm gonna tuck them into Nosferatu here. This is just a little scrap with the hand that I stamped on there. You know, just bits and bobs. And then I've also got some random little pieces of sari silk, S-A-R-I, and it's really pretty and kind of worn and vintage looking. I don't think it is vintage, but you know. But yeah, I've got a bunch of those throughout the journal here. We've just got a couple things tucked in. There's, oh my gosh, Christopher Lee as Dracula, one of the famous actors that has played Dracula. Got a nice postcard with some, you know, a dark walkway here, some nice medieval looking archways. More journaling on the back if you want to do that, or you could just, you know, write on the page here. Of course, we have Gary Oldman, who is my favorite Dracula in pop culture, and that came out in 1992, which I did go to the theater to see. I don't remember how old I was, but I probably wasn't old enough to see an R movie. Shh, don't tell my mom. Okay. This cat paper is just random paper I got from a lovely lady off eBay. She made her own digital kit, and this was one of the things. So the other half is on the other side of the book. I've got some coffee dyed paper here. I also got this from a nice vendor on eBay. She's an artist, I think out of South Carolina. But it just is beautiful paper, and it smells good. So there's that. Over here on this side, I made a little corner pocket here. out of some scrapbook paper and did a little bit of, I used a stencil with some ink to get this pretty pattern, just to give it a little something interesting. And this is something I found on Haughty Trust, which, let's see, I believe the New York Public Library has their digital collections online. And this is a menu from, oh, it looks like January of 1857 maybe, or something. It's hard to see because it's not very high resolution, but it looks really cool. This is just a weird thing I found. It's in the public domain, that I thought looked cool, and you know, it could be a bookmark, could be whatever. This lady came from a printable set. And then I made this little envelope out of some 6x6 scrapbook paper. It's got a damask design, and it's just got another little piece of scrapbook paper in there. And you could do a little journaling on the back of that if you want to. I really like making these little envelopes. I have this gizmo, this fella. It's an envelope punch board by We Are Memory Keepers, and it will make a square shaped or rectangular shape depending on the measurements of your paper. And it's got directions on it and everything, and it comes with a little oh gosh, bone folder, you know, an obvious turquoise bone, of course, that you can use to score lines to get a nice folded. And it's real cute. I think the biggest one you can do, the biggest size paper you can use is 11.5 by 11.5, and that'll give you, let's see, an envelope that will hold a 6 by 8.5 inch card. So whatever size envelope that is, it's like 1/8 of an inch bigger than that, I think. But this is a nice little investment that I got. It punches so that it makes some indents, and it's fun. You can get these at any craft store. I'm pretty sure I saw them at Michael's last time I was there. So yeah, nice tool to have, makes little envelopes, and they're sturdy too. Like if you make it out of a cardstock type paper, you could absolutely send that through the mail if you wanted to. Of course, you know, seal it, but yeah, cute little envelope goes in there. I've got a book stamp here. Some of it didn't stamp, but that's okay. We're going for vintage and rustic. These are from that Tim Holtz sticker book, Halloween phrases, these little guys, and they all come, you can put little masks on them too, which I thought was cute. And this is another pocket I made, some creature coming through the woods, some grid paper. This is from a printable. It says dark and gloomy in here. It's just a fellow reading. Mary's also a librarian, so I put a lot of reading themed things in here, and you know, you can journal on that. This is another printable. It's an image of a torn open envelope, which just looked really cool. So you can also journal on the back of that. Lots of little spots to journal or put pieces of paper, or you could glue down memories or whatever you want to do in this book. There's no rules. This is another cool printable. This one was all about cemeteries, and it was really creepy and cool, and this was just one of the pages that I actually glued on the back of the graph paper, the grid paper rather, and I just love how that turned out. Some nice ambiance here. A little tag. This is a printable. I glued the grid paper on the back of it just so you could write on it if you wanted to, and added some grosgrain ribbon, gauze, whatever, some ribbon. This is another printable page. This was a, oh, what's that? Sorry, y'all, I don't remember. Something about vintage or grungy damask, and it just has a nice fade here, so you could write there if you want to, or, you know, add other pictures, whatever you want to do. I've got a little tag I added. This is another printable. Now this one I'm pretty sure is AI generated because it looks like it is. A little ticket here of some kind in French, and my French is ridiculously rusty, so I don't know what that says. Maybe it says pick up your laundry, who knows. Yeah, another coffee stain page. This was a printable. I turned it into a little tuck spot. It says as if a tombstone should giggle. Oh boy. Weird, interesting item from a printable set. This little card is an image of a folded piece of paper that I added a stamp to. It came out of a 49 and Market kit. They make such beautiful paper. And then this is just a leftover piece of paper from the set that I used to make the cover with. So they actually came from the same pack, and the back is this nice burgundy color, and I've got a little pink ribbon up here again with the sari silk. These were all just scraps that I bought from a woman, a big bag of them, and they're perfect for putting a little tie on the top of any tags that you might make. So that's another bookmark, you know, or whatever you want it to be. All right. Not blank page for journaling. I've got a nice iris here. This is a fun little spot too. Now, this page is really heavy because I have this little, oh gosh, it doesn't want to sit still. Okay, so I hope you can see it. It's a little bat, and it's on top of a little cylinder, like it would be for a necklace or a bracelet or something. I have no idea. I found it on the floor of the place where I work, and I was like, this is just too weird and cool. So I picked it up, and I made a grommet on the page, which I hope you can see. And then I used one of those bulb-shaped safety pins, which gave me enough room to not only tie a little piece of sari silk on, but also to loop our bat friend on. So it's just a kind of a heavy dangle. Oh man. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know. Mary, if you hate it, or if it's just too heavy and it's getting in your way, obviously you can just undo the little safety pin and take it off. So that's that. This page over here, this is some brown cardstock, and it's got a tuck spot here. And I've got a picture of a card catalog. You remember those in libraries back before you could look for books online? You had to go and look for a card, and you could only look up things by title, author, or subject. So if you didn't know any of those, then you were kind of out of luck. But yeah, pretty cool. And then I also, to complement it, have an actual library book card. Used to have one in every library book, and you'd take it out and you would sign your name and the date it was due, and you would give it to the librarian, and she would put a stamp in the book saying bring it back by this date. Oh man, it's old school but cool. And then I've got a cool die cut flower, so we're just gonna stick those in there. But I thought Mary would like these because she is a librarian, and you know, libraries, vampires, sure, it all goes together, right? Okay, here we've got Bela Lugosi, classic Dracula. Great. I mean, the expression on his face here is just perfect. I just pasted him onto the page directly, leaving plenty of writing space. Over here on this side, I've got some pockets. Let's see what we've got here. I've got this one with pansies, and looks like just some roses maybe. And they are holding this Victorian lady. I used my decal cut trimmer to kind of give it a rough, interesting edge, and then I've, you know, tied a little bit of sari silk on top, This is nice because it sits up a little higher and it'll poke out of the top. This is from the 49 and Market kit. Just a pre-made ephemera. What's nice is it's got a little bit of, you know, writing on it and a stamp, but it's cardstock, so it's sturdy. Stick that in there. And then I've got a little spot down here with some skulls and roses paper. It says her eyes were dark, and it's just got two little pieces here. This is just an advertisement for something. And then this one is a skeleton. Looks like maybe it was from an old workbook where you had to fill in what the bones were. I don't know, but it went with the gothy vibe here. Here's the middle of our book, and this is just another little pocket here. It's got a shiny floral card, some teal that goes with some of the other teal paper, some tickets. And this was just another little note from a printable kit, and could be used as a journal spot. You can also journal here behind all the little stuff that's tucked in, some washi tape. Here's an actual, looks like a fruit bat. Too cute. I love bats. So I had to put at least one in here because, you know, if you're going to do a book with vampires, you got to have a bat somewhere. And this is mine. It's very cute. I know a lot of people think bats are creepy, but they are adorable, especially fruit bats. This page is blank. You know, I just took a break. I hadn't found anything that was particularly like, whoa, to put here. And I said, you know what? This is a journal. It should have some space for Mary to write if she wants to. So blank space. I've got another pocket here that I just made out of some cardstock. This is an image of, gosh, some kind of family meal planning from the early 1900s. I'm pretty sure I found it at the New York Public Library's website too, and just kind of blew it up a little bit and printed it, and then made a rectangle, and then I have a tuck spot. So here is looks like the French movie poster for Dracula with Christopher Lee up here, and then another library book card. I used some distress ink on this one and then added a little bit of spattered water to give it that aged look. And I'm pretty sure this is like vintage photo ink. So yeah, that was fun. Little sticker up here. This is just a little slip of canceled postage stamps, which I thought were cool. Little teapots. Here's some more sari fabric. This is from a printables kit. I feel like AI probably made this because, I don't know, something about it is a little off. Anyway, it was spooky and creepy. It has some musical paper glued to the back just to give it a little more body. And then there's another piece of paper here that Mary could use to journal on if she wants to. And those things just live up here. A little bit of washi tape, some fun lips that I found, some roses. This is an envelope, a big one. So it holds this image here of some Gothic ruins. I'm not really sure where this was, but the picture was just really striking. A nice gloomy day. So I thought that was cool, and you could journal on the back. Also, this envelope is really big and, you know, could be used to hold other stuff, photos or notes, whatever. Get that back in there. There we go. This is the other side of the envelope. I've got a couple things tucked in here. A World's Columbian Exposition ticket that I roughed up a little bit and used some ink on to make it look, you know, old, even though it's printed on brand new paper right here on my printer. Pretty cool. There's good old Abe Lincoln. This is a nice gothic looking hallway. Maybe it's a church or something, I'm not sure. This came in a Tim Holtz kit and was just, it fit the mood really well. So this is good for journaling on the back, and they just tuck right into this belly band here, which is another piece of scrapbook paper and then a Tim Holtz paper doll, this lady, and she's just glued onto it with some washi. I don't understand why these are called belly bands. I don't know. I mean, I guess I get it, but you know, it's like a book, not a belly. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I mean, I don't hate it or anything. I just think it's odd. It's a weird term, belly band. But yeah, that's what all the kids are calling it. So I guess we will too. Okay. Got a nice little tab over here. I've used Tim Holtz stamps to put that number on there. This is a sticker from that Halloween sticker kit. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that had, looks like some accounting grids on it, which just kind of, you know, looked nice with the coffee stained paper and a little washi tape holding it on. So just a little something else. Here's another little tuck spot, and this is just a little piece of ephemera. It's an image of a receipt, and gosh, speaking of which, I didn't get the middle there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Make it look like it's been folded for a while. We'll tuck that in there. This is a printable, which I think came from some kind of set about libraries, which was cool because it has lots of shelves and, you know, big tall windows and all that stuff. I used an old ticket as a little tab. Here's the other side of that faded grungy damask. Some washi tape, some stamped text, some stickers, another little tab where I used a stamp from Tim Holtz to make a number on there. Here's a mausoleum in that old pen and ink style, and some washi tapes, little writing space here. Here we've got another big pocket. I made this out of some scrapbook paper. I just made it into a triangle shape. I then went and glued this piece on top of it as a little tuck spot, and it's got this cute little girl in her witch outfit, and her cat says her eyes were dark. That cat is cracking me up. And I put some shiny floral paper on the back of that one. It's just a fun little piece to have there. Some washi tape, and then this is also from 49 and Market. Just a little piece of cardboard ephemera. I put some washi on there. This is just from a 6x6 pad of paper, and I just folded it in half, did a little bit of inking around it with vintage photo. You can journal on that if you want to, and it all just tucks right back in here. And just some washi tape. This is Tim Holtz washi tape on the coffee stain paper. This was, what is this one? This is the back of the cat. That's right. This was just white paper, so I grunged it up a little bit with the vintage photo distress oxide, and I've got a few vintage tickets from a printable kit. I used this rose, this little floral piece. This is a die cut from Tim Holtz as a tuck spot, so these little tickets and stuff just go right there. And then this is the back of the cat. I just realized I don't have anything in there, so I'm gonna stick some stamps, but Mary could put whatever she wants in there. But yeah, little tuck spot there. You know, love all the cherry blossoms, and there's the top half of the kitty. This page is turquoise, which I love turquoise, teal. This is another little envelope. Now, this envelope I didn't make with my gadget. This actually came from a printable, and I just cut it out and then folded it in the right spots. It's got a lot of French on it, cool image here. I just thought it was really nice and pretty. I did use the ink to, you know, darken up the edges a little bit. It just gives that nice old patina. Did a little on the inside too, but yeah, you just glued it together. And then of course inside is Leslie Nielsen, who played Dracula in a comedy, of course. This guy, if you haven't seen The Naked Gun or Airplane or, gosh, any of his movies, this guy is funny. So funny. I grew up watching his movies and he's hilarious. Anyway, I've tucked this in there for Mary because I feel like so far this has been a pretty serious vampire journal, but I wanted to have something funny. So when she comes to this page, I really hope that she'll pick this up and be like, oh yeah, what's in here? It's like, haha, Leslie Nielsen. So anyway, yeah, good stuff. Okay, so I also made a little tab here. This is scrapbook paper with a grommet and some sari silk. And this one, actually, I've been putting it over the edge here with a red paper clip. You know, red for blood, of course. We're here at the end. Thanks for sticking with me. Got a little ephemera here. It's just an image of an envelope front for journaling. A nice belly band with the bats. Some more journaling paper too. This is just some, looks like newsprint maybe, or text, and some roses. So those can live there. And then the last one has this pocket that I made out of this really shiny floral paper. I've, you know, stuck some other vintage labels and tags on here. And I've got this tag. This is from a printable, and I glued these two kiddos, which are also from a printable kit on Etsy. And you can journal on the back. I've got a ticket here, and I've got a little bit of little scrapbook ephemera. And then this page with the list, this is also from a 49 and Market kit. So that just, I don't know, just seemed to work. And this is it. Yeah, so we'll put all these little things back in here. Thank you so much for watching. I am really excited to give this to her. I've never made one of these before. This is the first one, and hopefully she'll like it. And if you like it, let me know down in the comments. I always appreciate you watching, and I appreciate your feedback. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Okay, bye.